Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna do my March 2018 book haul. I have a little bit more books here than I planned. I really was thinking at the beginning of the month I was doing so well. I was telling myself not to buy things, but in the end, I bought things. So hopefully next month I will do better. I mean, I'm not saying like book ban or anything. I'm just gonna calm it down a little bit. I really don't need this many books right now because I really have a lot of books on my shelf that I want to read. And now I have all these books, so it's a little over the top. So anyway, I'm going to go through them and just let you know what I got. Some of these I don't know a whole lot about, but they just sounded interesting. Clearly, I wanted to read them because I bought them. So first one is one of my nonfiction buys was A Woman in Berlin. That's by Anonymous. This is written about the last days of Berlin before it fell to the Russian army, and or as it fell, I guess. So anyway, it just sounds like it's supposed to be really heartbreaking and hard, kind of painful. But it sounded very interesting, the concept, so I really wanted to read that. And again, I don't read a whole lot of World War II stuff, so I do every once in a while. I just meant it's not the era that I pick a lot of. So I also picked up All the Single Ladies by Rebecca Travister. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't remember what it sounded like in my head. Sorry. This is Unmarried Women and the Rise of the Independent Nation. So I'd seen this around last year, and it was just talking about, as I said, it talked about women, and I just thought, hey, that's pretty cool, and I just want to see if I relate to any of this because I am unmarried and at this point single, so I just thought it would be interesting to read. The last nonfiction one I picked was Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Not sure how to say that, sorry. Not doing good so far on this. So I just know that this has to do with the way you think, fast and slow, the reasons for, and like the strategies of overthinking and stuff, or not to overthink. I don't know. So it's really a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it sounded really interesting. I had seen it in stores probably for the last 6 months, and I've been putting it off, and I finally just bought it. Again, it was on sale. Well, not again. You know what I mean? Like most of these I picked up either because they went on sale or because they were cheap enough that it's pretty good. So then I won 2 books on a Goodreads giveaway. The first one is The Mermaid by Christina Henry. This is a book about a mermaid and P.D. Barnum. So I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. It comes out on June 19th, so I'm probably going to read this probably closer to June, probably in May or early June. I really like her Alice in Wonderland retelling books, Alice and the Red Queen. Both of those were really fun. I liked Alice the best. I did not get along with her other book, Lost Boy, because I don't like Peter Pan. So everything about Peter Pan drives me crazy. So the book didn't work out for me, although it was written really well. I just couldn't finish it myself. So I'm really curious to see how I do with The Mermaid. So it's kind of cool that I won the book though. Because I probably would have bought it at some point. And then I also got the 7th book in the Cripid series, I don't know how you say that series, by Shauna McGuire. This is Tricks for Free, and this came out earlier this month, I guess March 6th. So I'm not sure if they sent this to me. It was like in combination with that one. I don't remember, checkmark or clicking on this one on Goodreads because again, it's book number 7, and I haven't even read number 1 in this one. So it might be a while before I get to this one, but I definitely want to try this series out because it's an urban fantasy, and I can't remember if it's like magic in a big city. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I think they look after odd creatures. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just had never got around to it. And then I picked up a romance novel, actually by pre-order, because I saw it online a lot, and it's A Princess in Theory by Alicia Cole. It's like I think the premise is so cute is that, this woman who's in her grad school, she's been getting emails for, most of her, college career that's saying you're betrothed to so-and-so, like an African prince. And she's like, yeah, right. And then he shows up to, I guess, woo her or something. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I think it just sounds really, because I think he doesn't see, I have a problem. They're like, it's like that one thing. He doesn't say who he is at first. He pretends to be somebody else who's not a prince, you know, whatever. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. But it sounded cute and everybody was raving about it. And I admit it, I got into the hype on that one. I also picked up Blood Engines by T.A. Pratt. So this one I saw on Thomas's channel, SFF 180, sorry, during the BookTube Babbles, BookTube SFF Awards Babbles, about urban fantasy series. And I've never actually heard of this one. And again, I have like 20 books, the first book. So I thought, oh, what the heck, we'll just pick another one. I'm hoping to, in the next month or two, do one of those try a chapter videos where you pick 5 books, and I'm going to try all urban fantasies. So I think this has to do with a sorcerer, and I don't know anything else. I don't remember. I just bought it after he talked about it. Not bad, but it sounded interesting. I also got book 4 in the Jack West Jr. saga series, thrillers, the 4 Legendary Kingdoms by Matthew Riley. I like Matthew Riley, and just for fun, he just, he's light reads, very fast pace, and I haven't read anything from him in a while, actually. I think the last one I read was The Great Zoo of China, which was just a blast. I don't own a copy of it. I really should find a used copy, but it was funny, unbelievable and funny. Anyway, so these are more action-packed, and I think they're, you know, I don't know, I can't even remember. I've read the first 3, and they're really cool. They have to do with legends, and then they go and have to solve these puzzles, and it's just, they're awesome. It's just fun, and they're really fun. But he hasn't written one in a while, so I don't know if I might have to reread the other ones. Okay, my cats are on my computer. What are you doing? Hey! So then I picked up a couple Melville books. The first one is The Last Days of New Paris. I don't know anything about this. As I said, it was one of those ones where I just started seeing other people have picked it up, and I'm like, I don't even know that one. So I just picked it up because I'm pretty much picking up all his books right now and trying to collect my, everything. So I also got Railsea by him. And this one I got in the really cool copy that I really love these editions. So I have a couple of them, and I really wish I could get more, but you know, they don't have them anymore really, except for a few versions, and most of them are books that I already own, so there's no point. So anyway, I don't know anything about this one except it has to do with some train, and I actually don't know, because I don't let myself read too much into his before I get to them, because they're new weird. You never know what you're gonna get. But I hope to read more of him in the this year. And then one I pre-ordered, which is really fun, is Hot and Badgered by Shelley Lawrenston. I think that's how he said it. Anyway, so this is new in this series. It's the Honey Bear Chronicles. Honey Badger Chronicles. This one has to do with a grizzly shifter who meets a honey badger shifter. Anyway, so it just sounds funny. She is a hilarious writer. I love her Call of Crows series. Just fantastic. Laughed myself silly through that whole thing. Let's see here. The first book is, The Unleashing in the Call of Crows. I really enjoyed that series. So if you want like hilarious Nordic legends and stuff living in LA causing havoc, it's just awesome. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this one. This is the new one. So I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy that. I'm looking forward to it. Then a couple of other kind of classic kind of things is On the Beach by Neville Shute. So I didn't know much about this. I actually read his book, A Town Called Alice? A Town Like Alice. Sorry. I read that years ago after they did a mini-series of that. My friend and I both read the book after that point. But I didn't really look into anything else he had read. And I heard about this one being about a post-apocalyptic world, like after World War III has happened, and they hear a signal, and they go to find out there's other life from the people who are left. So it just sounded interesting. And again, I've read a lot of dystopian stuff recently, so I kind of wanted to do something a little different, and that sounds a little different because it's actually after the Holocaust, after the explosions and stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. Another one I picked up is South Riding by Winifred Holtby. I saw this on oh, where did I see this? I think I saw this on Mel's Bookland Adventures and Aldi Dorset, all the books. I think they were buddy reading this book, and it just sounded interesting. It's after World War I, and I think it's just a small town kind of thing. But something's going to change, I guess. I don't know. It sounded really nice when they talked about it. I just thought I would give it a shot. It was somebody I had never heard of, and it was a time period I don't read a whole lot about between the world wars in England. That just sounded different, so I wanted to try that. And then I got Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson. I'd seen this on several people's channels over the last year, and I've always been wondering what it was like. I know it has to do with this woman who's, yeah, she gets changed. She's supposed to go and take care, I think she's supposed to take care of some kids or something, and instead she ends up, you know, with this other woman, and things, you know, it's a 24-hour period that changes her life. So I just think it sounds really interesting. And again, it's one of those Persephone classics. This is my first one of it, so it's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to actually get one. And then I have Frankenstein and Baghdad by Ahmed Sadawi, I think is what it said. I can't remember. So this is about, it's pretty much a retelling of Frankenstein in Baghdad, where this guy sews bodies together to make corpses. I can't remember why he does that, but it's some kind of scam. Anyway, the point is that then one of them goes missing, and then there's some murders going on, and I think it's one of them came to life or something. So I'm kind of interested to see this, because it won a couple of awards, the International Prize for Arabic Fiction, and I think it's on the Man Booker International long list. So anyway, I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I finally got myself a copy. And then the last 10 books are all by the same author, and I've read all of them. So they're technically, you know, they're not going to go on my TBR. So this is all kind of cool. But I spent this money on these books with my overtime money because I just kept seeing these beautiful covers that everybody had, and I just could not stop myself. I held off. I really did. I've held off for the last couple months. I really, really wanted them, but I couldn't hold off anymore. So I made a decision to use my overtime money to buy them a couple of weeks ago. So I got all the Mary Stuart books that I wanted, the ones that were the ones that I either enjoyed or that I really wanted to have a copy of. So, Madam, Will You Talk? Fire at Midnight. 9 Coaches Waiting. Thunder on the Right. My Brother Michael, The Moon Spinners, This Rough Magic, Airs Above the Ground, The Gabriel Hounds, and Touch Not the Cat. So I have 10 of them, and they're technically 14 of the romantic suspense ones that she wrote, the mysteries ones that I like, but 4 of them I did not buy because they're the last three that she wrote. I didn't care for those when I read those, so I didn't buy that. And then the Ivy Tree is clearly missing, and I did not buy that one either because I do not want to read that one either. I've never wanted to. I don't like the premise, so that kind of sucks. So anyway, those are all the books that I bought in February. March. Oh God, what month am I in? It is March. Anyway, so those are all the books that I bought. As I said, 10 of them technically are not on my TBR, although I'm probably going to reread them this year because everybody keeps talking about them and I keep thinking about them. And so right now I'm reading one of them actually. So, but the other ones are all ones I'm adding to my TBR, so I really need to calm down the book buying. So we'll see what happens next month. I mean, as I said, I already know I have 1 book coming in the mail, and then I have 2 pre-orders that'll probably show up at some point. So if I can just keep it down, maybe next month won't be quite so bad, except that I have to go to a library book sale. Do you hear us say have to? Library book sale at the end of the month, and the first part of May is the other one. There's 2 of them. So anyway, so any of these do you think I should pick up right away? Let me know. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.